Thousands of people in Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties remain without power following a blast of heavy winds yesterday. National Grid's outage map reports nearly 500 different outages, with thousands of customers remaining in the dark, from French Creek to Gowanda to Olean. Now, for some of the worst hit areas, crews are still assessing when that electric might come back on. For a number of others, it's looking like power will be back later today. Now, due to the power outages throughout the area, there will be no school today for students and staff of Bemis Point Central School District, that according to their superintendent. Now, in Jamestown, many experienced outages throughout the city. However, the Jamestown BPU says most should have power back on now. Joining us is Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with more on some of the storm damage that we saw yesterday. Dakota.
Yeah, I mean, those winds were very, very strong yesterday, and we had widespread tree and power line damage across all of the region. And I mean, you know, I lost power at the Hunter Estate here in the studio. I mean, it was definitely dark for several hours. And this is a tree that fell on Forest Avenue. Our own Storm Hartman captured this, and you can see actually the street lights are out here. We had a lot of power outages, a tree down on a home here. Thanks to Walt for sending this in to us. This was probably more concerning. This is the church that's on 3rd Street that is near the Lynn Funeral Home. What they told us, what Sharon told us, is that a tree branch fell into a utility pole. The pole snapped and sent the tree branch going into the roof of the church. This is in the nursery area, but that is always a very frightening image when you see stuff coming in through the roof of homes. Alex sent us this picture near Cherry and H Street of trees down, and you can see it took power lines along with it. This the reason why power was out yesterday and still continues to be out today is because of all of the widespread wind damage that we had from trees and power lines. And how about this? A tree down. This is essentially on the south side of the city. Thanks to John for sending this in. We had so many of these, dozens and dozens of pictures and videos. And of course, we want to thank you for sending them all in to us. You, I mean, you know, we call you our weather for a reason, because you are our window to the outside world. And I threw this out on social media right after we lost power. This was the last radar image we were able to capture as the line was blowing on through here. So you can see the yellow outline boxes. Those are severe thunderstorm warnings that were in effect all day yesterday, or parts of the afternoon yesterday. But what you notice is how the line of storms really doesn't look impressive. This is simply because the line of storms were low top. The top of the clouds were only about 20 to 30,000 feet up. Most of the time when we get thunderstorms, our storms can be 40, 50, 60,000 feet up, but these were low top, so that's why they didn't look very impressive on radar. But boy, the winds were howling. 69 miles per hour was the peak wind gust in essentially in Fredonia, 68 Dunkirk, 65 Randolph, 60 in Wellsville. Now, Jamestown officially at the airport, 55, but in my professional opinion, I think the city itself gauged over 60 mile an hour wind gusts when you see all the tree and power line damage, so that number is a little bit skew-if. 54 in Clymer and 49 in Ripley. But the good news is the winds have calmed down a little bit for today, but wouldn't you know it, we go from rain to wind to snow, and it's going to accumulate. I'll tell you about it all in full detail with the 42 degrees and sunny 7-day later in the show. Justin, back to you.
All right, Dakota, we'll certainly be looking to that. Thank you.